¿Dónde estás? La cocaína. Is my Spanish good? I don't know. I learned Spanish from my abuelita watching the telenovelas. It's also very similar to Romanian. Like if I read something from the headlines of Spain, I actually understand it, even though I don't speak Spanish very well. I do know that the Democrats do. I watched the previous presidential elections in the United States and they started speaking Spanish. I don't know why, though. It was interesting. But there is a national embarrassment afoot. Apparently, there was cocaine in the White House. And they got people to get out. Did you know that? If you're European, you probably don't know. They didn't talk about it in the news. 2 scoops of ice cream made it in Romania. La cocaína in the White House, not so much. So, initially, it was suspected that it may be a guest. You know, people from the public. They entered the White House carrying the powder. I thought it unlikely, simply because what type of person is idiotic enough to go into the White House as a member of the public carrying it? But the plausible deniability was there. Turns out that it got debunked. Apparently, La Cocaína was located in a much more secure area near the Situation Room. This was found in a secure place, limited access, and it's down near the Situation Room, right west of the executive down below. Normal people, average people, just can't get there, even with the entry from the northwest gate. Debunked. Now, there are memes on the internet claiming that the Biden hunter has been doing it. I don't think so. I mean, probably is aware. Like, look, not in the White House. But the question is whom? Right? And if it's a member of the staff, then how brazen are these people? Like, the only way you would do something like this is if you think you're above the law and you know that you can do it and nothing will happen. Right? So not only did they do it, but they were also careless. Number one. Number two, like, literally, can't you do it at home? Like, I'm not saying you should do it at all, by the way, but I'm placing myself in the shoes of a person that has this criminal-oriented habit. Right? So, like, if you're that person, like, you not do it? No, well, no, because you're above the law, apparently. And they already said that they may never catch the suspect, which, you know, it's kind of interesting. I mean, we got social media monitoring almost everything. You know, like the Biden White House was very involved with social media. Everything you say, you know, online is being tracked and shit. And yet, even with all this surveillance and this technology, you can't find someone that did la cocaína in the White House. Muy interesante, isn't it? Muy interesante. I bet if someone stole an apple from the marketplace and it was Biden Hunter's apple, they would have found the person immediately. 2 scoops of ice cream, yes. 24/7 coverage. Oh, Drumpf has his hand shaking while having a glass of water. 24/7 This, I mean, it is in the news, you know. I'm not going to say that it's not, but not to the level that it should be. You know, no one is asking, like, what the fuck? I'm pretty sure, like, well, you know, like, the can you imagine crowd? No, can you imagine if this happened under Trump's administration? Actually, I literally can't. I can't imagine. I think, like, they would cover it more than COVID. Like, it would be everywhere 24/7 non-stop. All of this would be discussed. Right? The only talking point of the day, they would blame it as if Trump himself did it. But, you know, if you're a Democrat, then not a big deal. Yeah. This is what I think about the situation. Shameful. Shameful display. What do the people on the street think? You know, because, like, the leaders are supposed to give an example. Well, what do the people on the street who get busted for this thing? Actually, why do I even wonder? It's like people getting busted for pot. Like in most places, which now is legal, right? In some states. Imagine going to prison for that, and then you know that the people at the White House are doing something far worse. What do they think? Well, they probably don't think very kindly, do they? They're still going to vote Democrat, aren't they? Let me know what you guys think, and as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.